the play isn't written where it's just about, the government saying you can't write this is bad and the people wanting to write it are good, and it's just your typical, or a story we've seen many times. Upon deeper look of the play, you'll find out that that's not the case, that really what makes up those voices in the government, in institutions, are people.
I am increasingly fascinated by how we filter and receive and interpret and translate any given situation or statement or idea very much through that subjective lens.
There's a very strong element of what you call self-censorship going on here. So thinking about how the climate that you exist in creates an environment whereby you might or might not be inclined to say something.
When I first read it, I think what grabbed me the most was that sometimes you're a person who believes that you are fighting for something that's for the good of everybody. And then eventually you come to some epiphany that the position that you held or believed in or fought for is not necessarily to the benefit of everybody. And then you change.
There's a lot of talk about like censorship and saying what you want, but ultimately every character in the play, and I think this is true of every person who's reading the media, like outside of the world of the play, in our world, we bring in our own interpretations in a way that there is no really objective reality. This is getting philosophical, but you could make some kind of argument that there are certain facts, but then there is an interpretation of the facts, and that's how we approach our lived reality.
This idea of the fact, this idea of a truth, of a lie, of deception, of sort of modified deception, all of these are elements that are in the mix of this story.
Once you accept that there is something universal in the play that is worth debating, then let's talk about it. How can we talk about how the press freedom and how our inner biases, our inner beliefs have all come together to create this information economy that today?
It's just very complex. I don't have an answer, and I think that's what I like about this play.